Welcome to the Original Gangsters podcast. I'm your host, Scott Bernstein. Quick hitter edition. We're going to go out to Chicago, and I want to discuss somebody that we here at OG Pod and on our companion website, Gangster Report, are describing as a rising star in the Chicago outfit. Somebody whose profile is raising every day, part of it via social media, a very successful, legitimate businessman, but also somebody that we know the federal government believes is a member of the Chicago outfit and has a restaurant headquarters that is a known hangout of the Chicago outfit and has been making his way, cutting a swath, if you will, through the country in the last year. Some of it, we're talking about Gigi Ravito. I'm sorry, and I'm bearing the lead here. Gigi Ravito, pretty young guy. I believe he's 49 or 50. That's him on the right. Again, on the right. And these are pictures that are about 20, 25 years apart, but both of them are with Dons. Alleged Dons. The first one you saw was with Chicago Mafia Don Sally D. DeLaurentis, which he is who he's been connected to in court filings, and then the one that was snapped a year or two ago, but last year in Las Vegas, is with reputed Buffalo Mafia Don Joe Pizza Todaro. Now, in both cases, DeLaurentis and Joe Todaro have histories in the pizza business, a restaurant business. And again, I want to just be clear that Gigi has not been arrested in quite a while. He is a convicted felon. He did, I think, 5 years in the feds, assault and drug trafficking back when he was a youngster. And he is a part of what we've dubbed kind of the new here at OG Pod and Gangster Report, the new generation of Chicago Mafia. People, a group of relatively younger guys that came up under Fat Mike Sarno, Large Mike Sarno, back in the 2000s, that are now coming to the forefront of leadership out of Cicero. And Gigi is, at least in terms of the public, definitely social media, he's emerged as the face of that crew. His restaurant, Capri Restaurante in, I believe, Burr Ridge, is a place that is kind of a spot to be and be seen if you're a member of the Cicero crew or the Elmwood Park crew. Rudy Fratto, I would call him a faction boss, old OG's OG. Rudy Fratto spends a lot of time at Capri and gets the Godfather treatment. Sally DeLaurentis and Gigi were named in a federal court case in the last decade, and it describes a payment that Gigi made at the restaurant to a mob enforcer for a collection, extortion. Neither him nor Solly D were charging the case, but they were referencing the court filing. And now, kind of following this trend of gangsters, ex-gangsters, jumping into the social media space and in the influencer space. And again, to be fair, to help promote his business, which is a very successful business, legitimately. Great reviews. He's expanding it every day. I've personally been there. One of the best meals I ever had. I recommend it. Capri Restaurante. And he is, whatever, if you believe it or not about him being the face of the kind of this new generation of the Cicero guys, it's undisputed that he's the face of the brand, the Capri Restaurante, and he's spreading the gospel, going around the country and chronicling it on his social media, on his Instagram, doing TikToks and whatnot. I'm hearing he's doing a podcast, or about to do a podcast, and he's selling merchandise, T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts with kind of his famous sayings and a character of, kind of a cartoon character of him on the gear. But at the same time, what we're hearing from multiple sources in multiple families is that he's also taking meetings that are OC related. Again, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily engaging in a crime. Being in the Mafia is no crime, just for people to understand. Taking an oath to a crime family in itself is not a crime. You have to actually do something in furtherance of your status, or do some type of racketeering activity. But just being in the mob or meeting with another mobster about the mob isn't illegal in itself. So, and the people that he's meeting with in places like New York and Boston are big names, guys that have been identified by the government as high-ranking members of organized crime. I don't want to get into specifics about who he's meeting with, but I know that a very recent trip to New York, which he again chronicled, went to a Yankees World Series game, was at some really high-end Italian restaurants and kind of doing reviews and schmoozing. I'm told he took at least 2 meetings with guys that are on an FBI board somewhere and very high up on that FBI board. One of them from the Bonanos and one of them from the Genovese. And that these meetings took place, on the QT and kind of clandestine locations at late hours. He was at Saratoga Springs, the racetrack, back in the summer. I know that he's somebody that's gaining popularity outside of Chicago, in addition to whatever's going on in Chicago. I'm told there's a lot of wise guys in New York, in Massachusetts, in Connecticut, in upstate New York, in Buffalo, that love this dude. And again, whether or not that's OC related or not, they want to go and spend time with him and pal around with him. Is he bopping around the country on behalf of Sally D, on behalf of the leadership of that Cicero crew? I don't know, or I'm not willing to report that as fact right now. But it's just something to keep an eye on. I don't think he is a skipper or anything within that crew. I think there are a number of guys that are higher up on the pecking order than him within Cicero, but he is now the face of that group. Sammy Catadella is the alleged underboss. He's the guy that's the overseer right now of that new generation outfit, Cicero clique. Mike Sarno still chimes in from prison, is in frequent contact with these guys from prison. So I don't know if Gigi has is he going to do business for these guys? Is he doing business for himself? Is it all just legitimate and related to the pizza making trade and the restaurant trade? Either way, it's becoming more high profile by the day. And it's just something to keep an eye out. And I don't know, it's I guess in some ways it's emblematic or a microcosm of where the mob is in 2024. And we can sit here, we could debate that for days, but it says something. So I'll finish this off by saying Gigi is a major player now. He's got kind of the wind at his back when it comes to legitimate business, and I believe the stuff with the outfit. And he's got a great restaurant, so go check it out if you're in Chicago. Go grab a plate of pasta at Capri. Go grab a pizza. I know he's expanding it. I know that he's got a pizza brand that I've heard is excellent, so go check it out. Scott Bernstein, OG Pod. Like, subscribe, share the word, spread the word. We're out here pounding the pavement, getting you the most elite insight, analysis, breaking news, uncovering the underworld, one city, one region, one country.